Today we're going to be talking about research beginnings or beginning research projects. The first step, very, very important to begin a research project, is that you need to make sure that you're interested or you care about the project or the topic that you're going to do. If you're not interested in the topic, pick another topic. If you're not interested in that topic, pick another topic. Not interested in that topic, pick another topic. If you're still not interested, talk to me. Let's get it settled, okay? I got two examples up here on the board. The first example is education. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And the other example that I have here is mass media. Okay? These are two things that I would say that most people have interactions with. Education would be an institution, and mass media is an agent of socialization. Which leads us right to our second tip, or our second step, which is to make sure that you have focused questions to narrow your research. The more focused the question, the more narrow your research, the better results that you're going to get. For instance, as you can see here, I have some examples, and what you're going to notice from each example is that the question answers a yes or a no question. Yeah, yes or no question. So for instance, let's look at the first one that I have here for education. See right here, we have education. An unfocused question that I have listed here is, what makes students excel at school? So what makes them do better? Okay, this is a very, very broad question. I mean, there's all sorts of factors that could be contributing to students doing well or doing not so well at school. Something that's a little bit more focused is the one that I have here, which is, do soaring eagle tickets promote positive social behavior? Meaning, do all of these tickets that we passed out, here's a ticket for wearing your ID, here's a ticket for bringing your homework. I mean, all these tickets that we pass out, do they actually produce positive social behavior? Here's the second example, talking about mass media. Oh, trying to take my pen off backwards. The first question I have here, it's a little bit unfocused. It's asking us, what effects does mass media have on students? Meaning, does it affect their behavior? Does it affect their self-concept? Does it affect the norms that they have, the values that they hold? I mean, this is a super broad topic that could really be leading to a lot of different avenues. If you're trying to narrow it down, trying to bring it down to one more focused question, I have here, does electronic media affect student academic performance? Meaning, does the time that you spend on electronic media increase your overall grades, or does it decrease your grades? Step 3 is determining the sociological perspective. As you remember from earlier lessons, there are 3 sociological perspectives. One is conflict theory, another one is functionalism, and the third one is symbolic interactionism. If you need more information on those, I would go back to your notes that we've already covered in class. So what we're doing here is we're going to determine sociological perspective as it relates to our topic. So the first topic that I'm looking at, the one that I'm interested in, is education. And education, I've determined, is part of the functionalism theory. Basically, we're looking at how does education, or in this sense, soaring eagle tickets, how do they promote accepted norms? How do they make people act in a certain way that is acceptable for society? The second topic that I chose here was mass media, and I determined that had to do with conflict theory, because there's a conflict between mass media and their attention that they have on, and their grab on your attention, and the attention that you're spending on education. So there's a conflict between those two things. As you can see here, the next thing you can do is to determine what your search terms are going to be. I've laid it out for both of the different topics. Let's go over one by one. The first one, education, I came with search terms: education, norms, schools, students, positive behavior, and behavior. And then for mass media, I'm looking at video games, social media, academics, effects, conflict, grades, media, electronic, and GPA. And all of these are search terms that you can use in the fifth step, which is research, research, research. Because as you're looking, you're going to find that you're going to hit roadblocks, and you're going to want to go back and research again. You're going to look for articles, videos, and graphs that really talk about your topic that you can use for the next step, which is going to be creating a hypothesis and determining how you go about creating your experiment. And for a quick review, here are the steps just real quick again. We have always be interested in your topic. Here's a warning: uninteresting topics lead to low motivation. Step 2, Focused question. Here's another warning. Unfocused questions are too broad. Step 3, determine the appropriate theories. Let's just remember that students choose the theories. Okay, they're not going to just jump out at you. You have to pick which one you think most applies. Number 4, make sure you create search terms to help you with the last step here, which is research, research, research. Remember, you're looking for articles, videos, and graphs that really talk about your topic.
Hey!